Hello, welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. I have to apologize. I missed the last two. 2 weeks ago, I don't remember what happened, but last week I forgot it was Wednesday. I didn't even realize it was Wednesday. Anyway, today is December 23rd. So I got my doggy with me. I got my other doggy with me. Got my Bible with me. And I'm just going to read from, again, like I've been doing, the Book of Wisdom on, chapter 23, since it's the 23rd. And my hair hasn't been brushed in about a week. So, let's see. This one's separated. Last time I did it, it was all like together, but I'll just go through and I will just read and see what commentary comes to my mind. If nothing comes, then I'll just read it and maybe you'll think of something. And if you do, put it in the comments or send me a message. Okay. I like this. Do not wear yourself out to get rich. This is verse 4 of chapter 23. Do not wear yourself out to get rich. Do not trust your own cleverness. Cast but a glance at riches, and they are gone, for they will surely sprout wings and fly off to the sky like an eagle. I like that. I don't know if you've ever known anyone, you could see it anywhere. We know lots of people, lots of different people. And some people make their whole life's goal to just get money. If I just get money, then I'll be happy. If I just get money, then I'll have everything I need. And money is important and it provides things that we need. But it's like missing the point of life. And you can actually end up losing your life and trying to gain a life. You don't realize the life that you have. People talk about different meanings of riches, like health and family and memories and love and just overcoming challenges and all those things. And if you sacrifice all of that just to get rich, you're giving up your whole life for something that you can't even hold on to when you leave this earth. And it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm not saying don't try to be wealthy or rich. It's just that it's crossing that fine line of trying to be successful and having the right mindset with it. It really boils down to the mindset and where you are spiritually with that changes the outcome. And it changes your life that you're experiencing while you're in pursuit of what your goal is, Okay. This one's funny, so I'll read it. Do not eat, this is 6. Do not eat the food of a begrudging host. Do not crave his delicacies or her delicacies. For they are the kind of person who are always thinking about the cost. Eat and drink, they say to you, but their heart is not with you. You will vomit up the little you have eaten and will have wasted your compliments. Have you ever met people like that? It's like they want so bad to be nice. All they do is complain and then they make you feel bad about it. Like you can't even enjoy it. It's like, man, this is good. It's like, oh, this is good. Oh, I spent so much on this. And they try to make sure that you know exactly how much they spent. It's like they're bragging in the guise of being humble. Do you know anyone like that? I've met people like that. And I've been that person in the past. So I'm very thankful that I can see differently now. Yeah, that made me laugh because it's, Yeah, I'd rather not eat if someone's going to be like that, or accept a gift if it's strings attached, basically. That's the way I see it. It's kind of like, um, I did this, and I feel like they're not doing it from the right motives. They're going to add it to a list of things that they do for you. And then one day they're going to try and, you know, uh, ask for something. Like, and then if you say no, they'll be like, but I did so and so and so and so and so and so for you. And it's like, if you do something out of love, you cannot have strings attached. You have to do something out of love, and you have to just leave it as that. If they give something back to you, then that's like icing on the cake, but your motive can't be to get something in return, or to really make sure people knew what you sacrificed to give to them. That's between you and God. And if your desire is to make sure that everyone knows what you did every time you do something for someone, then that's gonna just be the end of your gift. Like, you know, God rewards people who do, you know, things like that in secret. Like, he sees what you're doing, and when, you know, you show that really it's from your heart, like, God will, he will, it's hard to say, he will reward you when you love without wanting something in return. Let's see. That's all I gotta say about that. For now, I'm sure I'll come up with something as soon as I turn this camera off and be like, oh, why didn't I say that? Oh, this is a good one. This is verse 9. Do not speak to fools, for they will scorn your prudent words. Let's see what, I like this, the study Bible. Let's see what they say about it. Hold on. Okay. This implies that one must discern the spiritual measure of a person before responding in order to estimate beforehand the effect of one's words on them. Let me read that again, because I kind of read that weird. Let's see if I can read it better. Okay, so I'll read the verse again. Do not speak to fools, for they will scorn your prudent words. And prudent is another word for wise. This implies that one must discern the spiritual measure of a person before responding, in order to estimate beforehand the effects of one's words on them. Ah, that's better. I get it. Okay, so it seems to be what they're saying is taking into consideration who it is you're talking to, where they are spiritually, where they are really, like, what are their motives? And if you know that before you talk to someone, you can it says estimate beforehand. Okay, before responding. It seems like it means you're basically weighing what you can say to them. You're taking the best route of words to them. You're being as strategic as possible with their ability to receive. So, and also in that, not just saying the right words to someone, you can discern whether this person's even capable of hearing you. Because sometimes, if you're not in a spiritual state or any kind of mental state to hear something from someone, their words are useless. And you also have to know when to walk away from an argument or a conversation, or not even talking in the first place. You don't always have to say everything that you want to say to people. And it's very, very hard, especially on social media. Like, you'll see someone post something and you get this visceral, angry reaction, and you want to just be a keyboard warrior and type, 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 and just say things without stopping and assessing the situation. And it's destructive. It's super destructive, not just for you, but when we do these things publicly, people are watching how we respond to these attacks, and these people that who aren't stopping and thinking about what they're saying and the other person. They're making themselves look really foolish. And when you come across someone like that, the best thing sometimes is to not say anything at all and just do whatever you have to do. I can't say do exactly this and give you an example, because every situation needs to be looked at by itself for each situation, with everything weighed. And sometimes if you've taken the time to think about something, and you've looked at a lot of things, someone might not have, gone through the steps that you took to get to where you are mentally. And they're not going to hear what you have to say, because how can they? Anyway, just kind of rambling, just talking off the cuff. Let's see here. Apply, this is 12. Apply your heart to instruction and your ears to words of knowledge. That one's pretty self-explanatory, it seems, but let me look and see what the study part says. Okay. It indicates that one must practice and manifest wisdom before becoming a disciplinarian. Oh, I like that. Because how are you supposed to teach something if you haven't practiced it yourself? A lot of times when even just a parent-child relationship, if our parents or teachers are telling us to do something, right? Telling us not to do something, and then they're doing it, they don't even know what it takes to do what they're asking us to do. So their words they're not going to be received, and then they look like hypocrites, and then we don't learn anything, because they may be speaking these words, but they haven't learned anything themselves. And so it doesn't, apply your heart to instruction and your ears to words of knowledge. I like how this says that one must practice and manifest wisdom before becoming a disciplinarian. Just because I'm reading Proverbs, or people read Proverbs, or people try to get wisdom, it doesn't mean that I'm gonna just understand it right away or just be a different person. When you learn something new, it takes time to break old habits, to practice. And the only way to practice is to be in a real situation. So even if the last verse that I read, do not speak to fools, for they will scorn yourselves. For they will scorn your prudent words. I'm going to be up against, the next time I have that presented to me, or if I'm, the next time that situation is presented, now that I've read this, I'm given a choice to respond the way that I did before, or remember the wisdom. And I'm not going to get it right every time. But the more I practice with real emotions, with a real situation, each time that it's presented to me, or each time the new situation's presented to you, you will, you'll get closer and closer to your goal of wisdom if that is your goal. So practicing, a lot of times it's easier said than done, really. It's like, oh, I want to be patient. Oh God, give me patience. Please give me patience. And then if you want patience, then you have to be given situations that make you feel impatient so that you can practice patience, so that you can kill that part of your flesh, kill that part of you that wants to just explode immediately. And it's going to feel really annoying, and it's gonna really just rub you the wrong way. But I'm telling you, it is like sandpaper. The more you just work at it, the smoother it's gonna get. And this is something that I'm working on myself. So, as each situation comes, it will get easier and easier. And don't give up, and don't beat yourself up when you respond in not a good way. That's just one time, and you'll get another time to try again. But it's important to continue to read and remind yourself and meditate on the goal that you want. Applying your heart to instruction and our ears to words of knowledge. So getting that knowledge, even if we don't receive it, even if we don't understand it, keep on saying the truth. Keep on saying what you want to become, and each moment will bring you closer. Let's see where we are. I like this. This is a good one, and so true. Okay, verse 13 and 14. Do not withhold discipline from a child. If you punish them with the rod, they will not die. Punish them with the rod and save them from death. I see this as it's not just talking about physical discipline. And you can't use physical discipline for every single situation, because that doesn't even make sense. God describes himself as the shepherd a lot, and we are the sheep. And if you learn about sheep, and they have their staff, their rod, and they guide their sheep. Discipline is just guidance. It's guidance to what you want. You see them going this dangerous way, you guide them this way. It could be words of encouragement. It could be just wisdom. Sometimes it has to be like a slap, because if we're not understanding words, then we'll learn that this thing hurts me. Sometimes you have to give your kid a slap because it prevents them from getting hurt way worse. Let's see what the study thing. I think Angela Jr. woke up. I was hoping to get this done without her. Let me go grab her, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and she's under here having some lunch. Let's see here. Would you stop being crazy? Stop being crazy, girl. What you laughing at? Drink that milk. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah, I wanted to read the commentary. Let's see. Let me pull this up here. That was verse 13. So let's see what 13. Okay, I like this. Let's see. Appropriate punishment in child rearing is commended here. Nonetheless, the motivation for this discipline is the formation of the child's character, not anger. And that's important. To discipline with the right motive. If you discipline out of just anger and not discipline to teach, it changes the outcome. And I think that separates sometimes whether the lesson sticks with the child or not, or you create what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word I'm looking for. My head's so foggy. Would you just drink your milk? She's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing over there? Huh? What are you doing over there? Here, stop being weird. Okay, she's better. It could just create a wedge between you and your children. Like, you will make it harder to reach them if you punish in anger instead of punishing to teach. And that also shows them patience and wisdom and stopping and thinking about what you're going to do and what the outcome will be. You can't just punish them. It's easier said than done. And again, it's something you have to practice. So you will get it wrong. I'll get it wrong. Parents have gotten it wrong since the beginning of time, but they do get it right. But we have to try and just get better at it. Okay. Let's see. All right. So verse 17, do not let your heart envy sinners, but always be zealous for the fear of the Lord. There is surely a future hope for you, and your hope will not be cut off. It's again to remember what the word sin means, missing the mark. So basically, if I read this in a nutshell, because the word sinner turns people off, because it's become this like judgmental thing, like, oh, you sinner, but newsflash, we're all sinners. It's just, we are. We all miss the mark. So do not let your heart envy sinners. Do not let your heart envy people who do not have the right goals. Because remember, imagine a bullseye and you have the goal in the middle. The bullseye. And, you know, as you're playing darts, you get better and better as you practice your aim. And as long as you keep aiming for the right spot, you'll get closer and closer and closer until you get there. So those are the kind of people that you want. Oh my gosh. Hold on a second. Okay. She's okay right now. But yeah, not envying people who don't have the right goals, but always be zealous for the fear of the Lord. Just remembering, again, fear of the Lord is not being, I'm scared of God, like scared. But it's like God is powerful. He's all-knowing. And there's no way I can understand everything. And my understanding is very finite compared to his infinite wisdom. So sometimes there are things that are not going to make sense. And we'll see people who don't have right goals in life, you know, getting instant gratification and getting all these things that they seemingly seem so happy, and it can make someone trying to live right feel very isolated and feel very forgotten or just sad. But you know, instant gratification, it's like that's all it is. And you know, wisdom is doing now what you'll be happy with later on. And a lot of times these things that give people instant gratification don't lead to stuff that they're happy with later on. So you have to like really have some resolve and not allow yourself to be envious of people whose goals are not right, or whose goals who are not yours. Oh, let's see here. What do we got here? Let's see what we have. So it's not too long. There's a lot of good stuff in here. And, you know, as I go around Wisdom Wednesdays, I'll probably get back to the same one. And then I'll have a different perspective. But we'll just see. Let's see what we have here. Let me just skip a little bit. Hold on. Is there anything? Let's see. What is this? I'll just read this. I'll read this whole thing and then... What are you doing? Hold on. Pause again. Okay, this is the last one because she's getting all crazy. Okay, so this is 29. Oh, look at my hair sticking up. Hold on. Oh, get down, crazy hair. Okay, 29. I'm just going to read 29 to the rest of the chapter. Who has woe? Who has sorrow? Who has strife? Who has complaints? Who has needless bruises? Who has bloodshot eyes? Those who linger over wine, who go to sample bowls of mixed wine. Do not gaze at wine when it is red, when it sparkles in the cup, when it goes down smoothly. In the end, it bites like a snake and poisons like a viper. Your eyes will see strange sights, and your mind will imagine confusing things. You will be like one sleeping on the high seas, lying on top of the rigging. They hit me, you will say, but I'm not hurt. They beat me, but I don't feel it. When will I wake up so I can find another drink? I don't know when I read this, but I wrote a little note. I'll read it because it's funny. Baby girl. Okay. I said, makes me think of drinks that are super delicious and the alcohol content is hidden. So you drink a lot thinking that you're fine, but then bam, it all hits you at once and you become a drunk idiot. It's dangerous. I've been there too many times. Let's see what the it's a little note I wrote. I don't know when I wrote that. Hey, get out of there, Angela Jr. Ooh, you're not supposed to be on camera. Let's see here. What does this thing say? No, it doesn't really have much on that. Anyway, so that's the end of that. So I guess it's saying don't drink too much. You know, it causes us to be stupid. I like the thing it said, you'll be like one sleeping on the high. She's trying so hard. Stop it, Angela Jr. No. What it said, you'll be like one sleeping on the high seas. That made me think of just spinning, you know, like the spins and all that stuff. I'm so over that. Like, I literally just have no desire for that anymore. And I'm not cutting anyone who drinks wine or anything, or drinks alcohol to begin with. It's just, you know, you have to sometimes stop and ask yourself, what are you doing? What is this? I don't know. I just can't do it every single, what are you doing? Every single day. She's like, Ma, come on, get out of there. Ugh. She said, if you didn't want me in the video, you should have talked faster. You should have talked faster so you finished before my nap was over. Anyway, this one's kind of ending weird, but you know what? That's what I like about Wisdom Wednesday, because it literally is just you reading with me and talking with me, and it just is what it is. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me just talk. Thank you for growing with me. And again, what is that word? Why is there a D on? Again, if you have any commentary on this, or you think of something, please, I just miss talking with people. Send me a message. Tell me your thoughts. Comment below anything that you think of, whether it's more wisdom stuff that you know, or you just thought of something funny from something I said, or if this made you think of something, you know, all is welcome. And I will be back next Wednesday, whatever day that is. I will be reading whatever chapter that is for whatever day. So this has been Wisdom Wednesday on December 23rd with Angela Jr. and myself. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Love y'all.